Welcome back to the next video in the series. This is our intro into Premiere Pro using our 14 Shots project. What we need to do now is I want to add a credit at the end, thanking everybody that participated in my scene. We're going to add rolling credits to it. But to do that, we need to change our workspace. We want to go from the editing workspace that we've been working in for a while into an effects window. So one of the ways that we've had to do our workspaces is we go up to window and go to workspaces, and you can see we're in editing. But I want to find a shorter, faster way to do that. So what I'd like you to try to do, and once you do this, it should stay on this setup. But if we go over here in our toolbar, our import toolbar to this workspace, and we pull this down, we can enable the workspace tab. And if you notice that, it gives me my different workspaces right in this toolbar. I can slide this over to the left because I don't need all this room for my title here. And that will let me real quickly toggle between my workspaces and set it up. So we've been editing our workspace. That gives me my source monitor, my player pane here, my timeline, and my project pane down here. What we want to do now is we want to go into effects, and we're going to find a template for our credits at the end. When I select effects now, that changes it into this workspace. Now yours may be in edit mode here. By default, hopefully it should go into browse mode. So if you don't see this, you can click on Essential Graphics and browse. Also, if you have effects open, you may not see that as well. You need to go down here. We can collapse this and go to Essential Graphics and open that up. Okay, so what we're looking for are some credits in here. You'll notice on this pane that we have a lot of different choices in here, and I can kind of make this narrower or wider and see what choices are so that we can kind of see this faster. I'm going to make this extra wide, and we're just going to sort by title so you can see what you'll see in your first one here. Now, this is going to let me see all the different things. I got credits here. If I scroll down, I have title, so I can use these for title slides at the beginning as well. Sorry, we got an active class in here today. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to just see what different things are available. And I'm going to find one that we have for credits. And those were at the beginning. So for me, and we're looking for classic credits. That's fine. I'm just going to drag and drop this down into my timeline. Okay. So what that will do is this. Now let me put my playhead here at the beginning of the credit, and I'm going to hit play. Okay, so here's my last pick. I hit play, and all right, it appeared, but it's not giving me the rolling credit, which is typical in, for instance, a movie. Okay, so I'm going to put this back here so I can kind of see what my options are, and we need to go into edit. So I select my clip, okay, and that switched and toggled over into edit mode. And if you notice at the bottom of my edit mode, it's giving me this responsive time, and I can turn on roll. So I'm going to turn on roll, and now if I hit play, we're going to watch what happens. Okay, I can hit spacebar on my keyboard, and it's rolling with that. So that's fine. What that is, though, is remember that's just a template. So these words and everything I'm going to have to change. I'm going to have to do that manually. And you can see that that is here. And the other thing is I think that's a little small for what I want to do. So what I can do is I can go over into this edit pane, and I am going to click on each one of these lines, and I'm going to change them. So if I double click, if I just start typing here, nothing happens. Okay, but if I double click either here or I triple click here and everything's in red, that means it's highlighted and I can type over it. So I want to just type what I want it to say. So I'm going to do special thanks to, okay. And then I can click on each one of these lines, and I can say my actors or my models. And if you notice, it's very hard to even see this. So I can change the size of them down here. So while this is highlighted, I'm going to double click where it says models here. And I'm going to go down here and I have to scroll down a little farther, and you can see that this is 38 font, and I can drag this bigger. All right, so the model went bigger, but it did not resize my spacing on here. So what I need to do for my spacing is I'm going to go back up here, and this is my X and Y spacing for this. Okay, I'm going to hover my mouse on this Y, and I can slide this over, and this will give me more spacing between my first line and my second line. Okay, so I'm going to resize this one too while I'm at it. I'm going to triple click here. It's all red. Scroll down here, go from 60 to just visually whatever looks good. Click on my third line, maybe before I even type it. I'm going to triple click and I'm going to resize it. Okay, and oh, that's too big. Or I can change the font and I can do Juan, Susie, and Jenny. All right. All right. And then if I want to get rid of the rest of these, all I have to do is go over into my line here with the text. I can hit shift, select multiples by clicking on the last one, and I can right click and I can go clear. Okay, that gets rid of all the rest. Now if I hit play, you'll notice that goes up. Now I don't like the spacing on there. Once again, I'm going to put my spacing on the end. That started my shots all the way at the beginning. Let me scroll to the end here. Put my playhead at the end, and I'm going to click on Juan, Susie, and Jenny, and I'm going to up my spacing here. This is my X and Y alignment, and I'm just going to drag this over or make my Y bigger. And I'm also going to go down here and click in between each one of these and hit an enter. So they're on their own separate lines. Okay, that's a little better. Let's see, what else do we got? Maybe it's lining up a little weird. Do I have an extra space in there? No. Maybe this one has an extra space. All right, that center line that, and this has a space. So it wasn't totally center lining up. All right, so that's okay. I can change my color and everything else down here, but we'll leave it for now. You can do that on your own. Now, what if I want this to go a little slower? Okay, there is no speed control in my edit here for how fast it's rolling. Okay, so the way we do that is in our timeline. All right, let me zoom into my timeline so we can get a little better view of what's going on here. I don't need this big anymore, so I can drag this over and we'll zoom this in. All right, so if you notice on my timeline, this is going from 136 to 140. All I have to do to slow that down is make this clip last longer. So I'm going to grab the end of my timeline, and instead of having it end at 140, maybe I'm going to have it end at 145. So now instead of a 5-second roll, it's going to be a 10-second roll. If I hit play, you'll notice it slows that down, and that's how we control the speed. So we can do that with our other clips as well. If I wanted the clip before that to go from 5 to 10, okay, by default it's 5. One of the easy ways to do it without using other tools in our toolbar yet, let me shrink this down and so we can see. Let's say I want to do a rolling cut for that, but I can pull this out of the way and then I can just extend this to whatever I want. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Another way would be, okay, if I have this here, I can actually, we've done rolling deletes and rolling edits. I can use this rolling tool here, this ripple edit tool, and I can grab the end of this clip and stretch it to the right, and that pushes that down as well. So that's an intro. We'll use this later on, but that way I can stretch my clip, and so now my feather would go from 130 to 140, 10 seconds. So thanks for joining me in this part. Get your credit clip at the end inserted, fix it up, and we will see you in the next video. And in the next one, we're going to see how to export our videos so that you can watch it on any device as an MP4. We will see you next time.